What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's having a good summer. I just wanted to take a couple minutes today to show you guys a tool I like to use when we're doing some of the on the field work, some of the speed work that we use on the field. I know the gyms are opening up all over Connecticut, so I hope everybody's getting their strength and power work in. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everybody's getting some time out on the field, getting their sprints in, getting their change of direction stuff in, right? Because as much as I'm a weight room guy and I love guys pushing weight, being explosive, um, we got to make sure everything that you're doing in the weight room to get bigger, faster, stronger is actually transitioning out onto the field, out onto the court. Because you guys are soccer athletes, your football athletes, your hockey, your basketball, your lacrosse, you name it. You are not power lifters. You are not Olympic lifters. So the weight room can definitely help improve your guys' game, but I don't want you to get too lost in the weight room and not get your work in outside and make sure that everything's transferring out. So how do you know that you're having a quality session out on the field or court though? One really simple tool that I've used with myself and some of the athletes actually the last year or two is called the hashtag. And it's exactly what you think, right? Just like you were hashtagging a picture on Instagram, you're going to use the shape of a hashtag to see how well lined up you are and if you're hitting your angles while you're getting your sprint and change of direction stuff in, right? So all you're going to do to set this up, you're going to take a video, right? And then you could take a screenshot of that video, and then you're just going to start drawing some lines, right? So we'll give you some big landmarks that you could use. So the first one you're going to do to make sure you got a good body lean here when you're sprinting, right? You got some good posture. So we're going to draw a line from your head down to your heel, right? Second line you're going to draw to make sure you're getting some good knee drive out of this and you're not reaching your foot too far forward, because if that happens, we're putting the hamstring at risk for a pull or a tear, right? I've done this myself. It's not super comfy. We're going to draw a second line going from that front shin straight up, right? The third line we're going to draw is going across the upper arm that's out in front, right? Arms drive the legs, right? So if you got low arms, it's going to mess up your leg drive, right? And you're probably going to lose speed, and we'll show you an example of that in a second. But then the last line you're going to draw, again, we want to make sure we get some good knee drive that's actually going to propel you forward, right? So you're going to go right across that top thigh, right? And then there's your hashtag. It's pretty simple, right? This just, again, shows you if you're hitting your angles, if you're hitting your arm drive, your leg drive, right? Like there's some other things I could work on technically in this sprint. This was a hill sprint I was doing. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this, right? Because I'm pretty close to my lines on this. And the cool part is this works on any different like sprint drill you could think of, right? Whether it's like a 40 or a 60 for the baseball guys, or even your hill sprints, or in the bottom picture I'll show you here real quick is like your first step off the line. So this is me coming out of a 3-point stance, right? So it's both legs down, obviously, and one hand in the grass. So we'll do the same thing, head to heel for that body lean, right? Come up through that front shin, making sure we get some good leg drive. Go through the front arm, make sure you're getting some good arm action there to help feed the legs. And same thing here. I should have said this first line, make sure you're not reaching. We'll do that last line to make sure you're getting that good knee drive. So it's not the exact same hashtag as this when I'm doing the hill sprint. It's a different phase of my sprint. However, it still looks like a hashtag, right? So as long as you look pretty close to these angles, again, I'm happy with that, and you can be happy with that too. Now let's take a look at a less than ideal position in the next picture. I have a couple of pictures that we're going to go through here just so you guys can see some examples. All right, so this is actually a hockey guy. We're doing some time 10s in the gym last year. So some of the angles you can already tell are a little off, right? Like the lower half on this first step looks pretty good. Good knee drive, good lean, good extension out of the back leg that's powering him forward. But that arm is real low, right? We're getting nowhere near parallel to this bottom line, right? This is dropping real low. And you might think, well, not a big deal. He's a hockey guy. He's always handling the puck on the ground, right? Well, if you come down here, now the hashtag is even more wonky, right? So now some of the lines are getting even more shallow. There's less knee drive here, right? And that's why we always hammer the arm action with you guys, because if the arms start dropping, so do the legs. And you could see it's just a really weird looking hashtag. And it was a little reflected in the time, right? This is a really good athlete on the ice in the weight room, but the times were a little slow in the sprints. We used this hashtag over the next 4 to 6 weeks, and when we retested, the 10-yard acceleration was much quicker, right? And I wish I actually had a picture of the after, where you could actually see, though, the hashtag was much more hashtag looking, right? Like the arms were coming up a little higher and the legs stayed higher knee drive because of that, right? So there's a good correlation where if you can hit your angles and you can hit your shapes on this, your times will probably improve a little bit, right? So guys are always like, oh, that's great for training in the weight room. And I'm not a track athlete though, right? I'm a soccer guy, I'm a football guy, I'm a basketball, whatever. Well, if we actually look in games, some pretty high level athletes here, right? So this is a still of LeBron running down, I think, Avery Bradley on a fast break and one of his chase down blocks, right, that he was famous for. You can see he's hitting his hashtag here, right? He's hitting his angles. He's got a great lean, good arm, good leg drive. And he actually got the block here, and nobody's going to beat him down court. He's going to beat the man with the ball down court, right? So if it's good enough for LeBron, it's good enough for any of the basketball guys at Brunswick. What about football, right? So we can even look at one of the big guys on the line, right? I know a lot of the big guys are, I just got to engage and all that. And well, what if you got to kick out, right, for a block? He's got to get there real fast in a hurry to set the man, right? So he's got a great lean. He's hitting his angles. He's a big guy, getting a good lean, getting a good arm drive, good leg drive, and he gets there to make the block. And I actually wish I had done the lines on the other two guys too. But so that's your big guy. Here's your tight end, right, coming in for the block, a big skill guy. His arms are a little low because he's about to engage, right? But, I mean, even he's hitting a good lean, good knee drive. His arm is coming up to hit that hashtag. And then, obviously, the skill guys, right, the little guys are going to do the same thing. The running back's about to grab the ball. He's got a good lean. His knees up. His arms, even though he's about to grab the ball, his arms are driving him forward. So you got 3 different types of position players in football, right? You got your big skill, and your skill. And they're all hitting the same shape because they need to turn the jets on and get there quick, right? What about baseball, right? A lot of small, very explosive kind of moments in the game that happen over and over again, right? So perfect example, stealing second. Ellsbury has a great lean, good arm drive, good leg drive. And that's a great looking hashtag, right? And he did beat out the throw to second on this. One thing I hear a lot is the soccer guys are like, oh, but I can't lift my knee that high. I need to handle the ball and all that. And I agree, when you're trying to handle the ball, right, and set up somebody up for a cross or beat your defender, yeah, you're obviously not going to be hitting your hashtag, but that's a different movement entirely, right? When you need speed, like this is Ronaldo, he just tapped the ball past the defender, and now he's just going to sprint down the pitch after it for an easy breakaway goal, right? I mean, he's so fast, and he's hitting his angles here, right? He had a couple small jukes, and then boom, he's got a good lean, good arm, good leg drive, and nobody catches him. And everybody knows how quick he is, right? Now, what if you're the ball handler, right? What if you got the rock? What if you got the puck, right? So we still see great angles. It's a little modified because he's got to have good ball security here, so it's going to change slightly. But he's still got a great lean, good enough arm drive, and good leg drive here, right? And he just misses his shoestrings. He goes away for the easy touchdown, right? And you can see everybody else. Nobody else that really has great positions. Everybody else is trying to recover, right? But the guy that is hitting his angles is gone, right? He's got all the – I think this is Tariq Hill. He's just burning everybody. Same thing with the receivers, right? We already talked about this with the skill guys, but even when you have the ball, you're going to hit your angles and beat everybody down. Basketball, right? If we take this out, nobody's quicker than Kyrie with the ball end to end, right? Maybe 1 or 2 guys, right? Like the Aaron Fox or somebody like that. But Kyrie is so fast with the ball. He just comes through, splits the defenders. He makes one little change of direction, and then he becomes a sprinter with the ball, right? Good lean, good arm. He's pushing the ball out in front of him so you can get some good arm drive, good leg drive. Everybody else is standing vertical. Obviously, he's got to setting the pick, but standing vertical, turning the wrong way. He's leaning and burning, right? Trey Jones, same thing. They just had a steal here, but I'm pretty sure the Texas Tech guy is whining about a foul. He's crossing himself up. He's got no arm drive here. Trey Jones burns him for an easy lob to Zion or an easy N1 layup. But great lean. His lead arm is protecting him, but is also driving him in his sprint. He's got a good leg drive here, right? So you even see this in basketball when you're trying to handle the ball, right? If you need to hit turbo, you lean and you go. You hit your angles. What about a racket or stick sport, right? Same thing. Easy breakaway goal. Even while he's cradling, right, and not letting anybody get to the ball, he's worrying about the stick control, right? He's still got a great lean, good enough arm drive, great leg drive. Everybody else is turning around, trying to find their position, right? Like nobody's going to catch him in this position. This is easy money. Even his teammate who's beating everybody, once he gets his arm drive up, he's going to hit his angles there, right? And then to bring it full circle back to hockey, right? I know a lot of hockey guys, and dry land training is getting more popular, and guys are understanding the benefits, but it's like, oh, once I get the skates on, everything changes. And well, does it really, right? Because now we have Connor McDavid, who on 3 or 4 time speed skate champion during All-Star break. And yeah, his foot is rotating out so he can get more surface area for the skate to push him down. And his arms are a little low because he's got the stick in his hands, but not for nothing. He's got a great lean here. He's punching that lead knee out. He's not reaching his skate forward, right, to put his hamstring at risk. And, his arm, besides his arm being a little low, he looks like in a great position here. And he has dominated the speed skate, right? We said 3 or 4 times he's won. So even though it's a different surface, right, there's some different rules where he has to change his foot angle, and he's got the stick and he's got to be a little lower or whatever. He's still hitting some pretty good angles here, right? So this is great for on ice stuff. He's going to get down there real fast in a hurry in this position. So I hope that this made sense with the hashtag, right, and all the different athletes and how it actually applies to while you're playing a game, right? So if you need speed, if you need to get somewhere in a hurry, make sure you're hitting your angles. So grab your phones, set up a little tripod or lean up against your water bottle, take a video of your next sprint session, and then just start pausing it at different places and taking some screenshots, right? And you could easily draw the lines in the photo edit to see if you're hitting your angles, if you're getting a good lean, if you're getting a good arm drive here, because the arms will feed the legs. Make sure you're not reaching this foot too far forward. A lot of stuff there, but if you're hitting your hashtag, you're probably in a great position, right? And if you're not sure, if you want some help with that, take some videos, send it to me at khalton@brunswickschools.org. We have the Brunswick Weight Room Twitter page, right, where you can DM me some stuff there if you want some help looking at some of the video. But yeah, so that's all I want to go over with you guys today. So hopefully this was helpful. Reach out with some videos, or if you just let me know how you guys are doing. I hope everybody's having a safe and happy summer so far. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon. All right.